What's the matter, Jesse? Run out of pep?
No, sore puppies. I've been chasing a pants presser's picnic all over the county, only to find out they don't pick till next week. I'm gonna quit. I've been on this paper 3 months, and the only assignments I ever get are picnics and funerals. I'm a great newspaper man if I could only prove it.
Why don't you go to the old man and holler? But he likes a fighter.
All right, I'll do it. Right now.
Attaboy, go to it.
I don't want a bakery, I want the morgue.
Coffee boy. So you can't get in? Well, you break in, or don't you come back here. Yeah? I don't care if she is asleep. Wake her up. Tell her you're from the news. If she wants a break, she's got to get up.
Hey, Mr. Scudder, I like
It is. Scudder speaking. Yeah? Well, you tell Thomas that this paper is not controlled by the advertising department. The only break he'll ever get on this sheet will be on his death notice.
Listen, Mr. Scudder, can I have just a few moments here? I'd like to...
Yeah? Oh, he did. And I told him, if you birds in the advertising department will handle your own business, I'll take care of mine. I don't care if it's going to buy 8 pages. Speed Hansen! Where is that bird hiding now? Find Speed Hansen!
Now, give me a break, will you, Mr. Scudder? Listen, let me take that assignment, will you? I don't think Hansen's in. I can handle it. You don't know how good I am, Mr. Scudder.
Let's see how good you are. Find Hansen.
Now, wait a minute. This is Lawson of the News. Now, isn't it true, Mrs. Cooler, that your pajamas were found on Mr. Caliente's back porch? You don't understand me. I said, isn't it true that your pajamas were found on Mr. Caliente's back porch? What'd she say? But she didn't wear pajamas. You know, she said.
Say, have you seen Hansen?
I haven't seen her lately, but...
Oh, boy. Scudder wants you.
Never heard of him.
Shall I tell him I couldn't find you?
Tell him anything. Just let me sleep.
Can I have the assignment?
How much you got?
$2.
Okay, beat it. The assignment's yours.
Now, well, how about lending me 2 bits for my lunch?
Put it on the swindle sheet.
Come on, Jesse James. Hand it back to him. Snap out of it. Here it is, 2 days before election. That whole Thomas gang is rotten with graft. You let it play. There are more skeletons in the backyard you can find in Potter's Field, and you can't even dig up a shin bone. Call yourself a newspaper man.
Well, listen, let me take it, will you, Mr. Scudder? Maybe Mr. Hansen's too tired.
Keep quiet.
Better be kind of careful, Scudder. Thomas still runs his town.
But he doesn't run this newspaper. That bunch tried to bribe me with a couple of pages of advertising. You go out and dig up a nice human interest story on the opposition, and I'll print it right alongside of their advertising.
That's a great idea. I'll eat that one up.
Well, show some speed.
Why don't you give me that assignment? He can't handle it. He's out on his feet right now. Why don't you let me write, huh? I'm a newspaper man.
You're a newspaper man.
I certainly am.
Yeah?
Yeah, and if you give me a chance, I'll write your stories that'll knock your eye out. Now, listen, Mr. Scudder, will you? You'll only listen to me. I'll write the real story. When I was back in Kenosha...
I know, but Kenosha's a big city.
I know it is, and I had a column back there called Tips to the Timid, and it sold the paper. Honest, it did. If you don't believe me, you write back to Mr. Burke, the owner, and he'll tell you everything I did back there.
We'll just find out how good you are. You go over to the Thomas headquarters, get a personal interview. Ask me about the latest developments on the paving contract.
Thanks, Mr. Scudder. I'll show you. Honest, I will.
Was that nice? If he mentions paving contracts to Thomas, they'll bury him in the asphalt. Yeah, Scudder speaking.
Did you ring, Mr. Thomas?
Yes, Miss Taylor. For the next hour, I'm going to be very busy. I don't want to be disturbed.
Very well.
Now, Lois, I understand you've been making some pre-election promises of your own. Now, I had you nominated because you promised to take orders.
Why, I haven't.
Now, never mind the alibis. Keep your mouth shut and do as you're told.
You're getting kind of hard, aren't you, Thomas?
Hard is right. This election's going to be hard. We'll win, but it's going to cost plenty. And I want to be sure of mine.
I got you.
The paving contracts and the new playground buildings come to me. Get me?
Okay.
All right, as long as you understand. Yeah?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thomas, but there's a young lady here insisting upon seeing you.
I told you I don't want to be disturbed. I'm sending Evans over to the 14th precinct this afternoon. We're not as strong as we might be over there.
That's a good idea. Will you be at the meeting tonight?
Yes, I'll try and get over.
I'll see you there.
So long, mates.
What, Harry?
Bye, Mr. Lewis.
Don't forget.
I won't.
It's Pearl?
Yeah. What is it?
The young lady says she must see you, Mr. Thomas. You'll see me and like it.
I think you'd better see her.
I'm through with her.
That girl's dangerous. She knows too much.
Send her in.
Very well.
Why, hello, Pearl. Oh,
So I'm in the discard, am I?
I don't understand.
All right, pal.
But, Pearl, listen.
Listen. You're going to listen. I've called you every day for a month, and all I get is busy. Well, now I'm going to get busy. I'm going to a loudspeaker and tell the world
Will
that
you
you're
pipe
the-
down?
Go on, get mad. I like it. When I'm through with you, you'll have something to get mad at.
But, dear.
Don't dare me.
But, Pearl, you wouldn't double-cross me.
The little I know about double-crossing, I learned from you. And you're going to be proud of your pupil.
But, Pearl, wait a minute, will you? Pearl, wait.
Mr. Thomas is calling you. He'll be calling for help when I'm through with him. Miss Vaughn.
Hey, Miss Vaughn. Hey, lady. Gee, she's all kind of perturbed, isn't she?
Yes, she's one of the stenographers. I think Mr. Thomas just fired her.
Fired her? I'll say she's fired. She's all burned up. Say, I'm a reporter from the news, and I want to see Mr. Thomas.
He isn't seeing any reporters.
Well, say I want to talk to him about the paving contracts.
So what?
Paving contracts. He's expecting me.
He's expecting you.
Yes, ma'am.
What is it?
Mr. Thomas, there's a reporter here from the news. Says he wants to talk to you about the paving contract.
Tell him to go to the devil.
Well, I guess he is kind of busy. Well, thank you very much. Goodbye.
Terry, Pearl's got me worried. You better keep an eye on her.
You're right. That dame's dynamite.
You know what to do.
I got you. Name. 4126.
$1,000, is that correct?
Yes, thank you. I'm always glad to do anything I can for charity.
Thank you.
Yes? Oh, I'm so sorry. Poor Pearl. Well, maybe a little vacation might do her some good. Find her a nice, quiet spot where she can rest. You know what I mean. Get her a nurse and take good care of her until after election. Yeah, that's it. Goodbye.
Some member of your family ill, Mr. Thomas?
No, just a very dear friend.
Can you substantiate this, Miss Vaughn?
Sure I can. I got letters, canceled checks, everything.
Please bring your daughter to my house tonight at 8 o'clock. Here is the address. And if you can prove one half of it, We'll have Thomas where he belongs within 24 hours. And you may rest assured that I'll keep your visit strictly confidential.
I want you to know that I've gone through plenty for that man. I've given up everything for him. Home, husband, happiness.
Yes, I know. But he'll get what's coming to him. And I'll see you tonight, eh?
All right. I'll be there. You can depend on me.
Taxi, lady? 308 Bedford Place. Yes, ma'am.
Driver, let me out.
This is my cab. I'll give the orders. You're all through talking for a long, long time.
Scudder speaking. Now, Mr. Young, we'll take care of it for him. What about the Thomas interview? You see him?
Sure, I saw him. Fine fella. I'm going to have a great in at the City Hall when his ticket's elected.
Oh, you're going to have an in at the City Hall, are you? Well, you're going to need it. Scudder speaking. All right, I'll be right down. You wait here, Hotchkiss. I have something to say to you.
Boy, here, take this over to Dill right away.
Copy,
boy. Boy, take this to Mr. Dill right away.
Copy, boy.
Well,
Goodbye, Hotchkiss. We're going to miss you a lot.
Take this to Mr. Dill.
Hello, city desk. Hello? City desk. Hello, city desk.
Hello. Who is this?
Destin Hotchkiss speaking.
Well, is this Scudder's office?
Yes, this is Mr. Scudder's desk. Mr. Scudder's out.
All right. This is Martin Harrison speaking. You tell Scudder that I'm expecting sensational developments in the morality race tonight. Yes. Tell him to get in touch with me at my home without fail before going to press.
Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Harrison. I'll attend to it myself. Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Harrison. Goodbye. I'm a reporter from the news. I want to see Mr. Harrison.
I will see if Mr. Harrison is in, sir.
Mr. Harrison's expecting me.
Oh, very well, sir. A reporter from the news, sir. He says you're expecting him.
I'm not expecting anyone from the news. You tell him I'll telephone Scudder when I'm ready.
Very well, sir. Mr. Harrison will telephone your office later.
Hey, yeah, but I gotta see him. Hey!
But I tell you, Mr. Harrison is not in, sir.
Never mind telling me anything. I'm going to see for myself.
Just one moment, please. Hold.
Your lackey said you were out. You don't mind if I wait till you get back, do you?
No. Come in. You know, on a job like mine, one must do a great many things that aren't exactly pleasant, Mr. Thomas. But sit down. Make yourself comfortable.
I didn't come here to be comfortable.
No? Don't tell me you came for campaign contributions.
Now, never mind the small talk. You know what I came for.
No, really? What did you come for?
I came for a showdown. This afternoon, you received a certain caller, and I'd like to know what you propose to do about it.
Well, I received several callers this afternoon. But I don't see why I should discuss my personal affairs with you, Mr. Thomas.
Now, look here, Harrison. Let's get down to cases. You know, there's going to be an election day after tomorrow.
Oh, yes, so I've heard.
If my ticket wins, you'll be out in the cold. Now, there's a nice, fat advisory job on that paving commission. If we could get together.
That's enough, Thomas. I'll do the talking from now on. You're right, there is going to be an election. But you won't be here to see it. Because I'm going before the grand jury tomorrow morning and indict you. Good night, Mr. Thomas.
Well, don't forget, I offered to play ball with you.
Well, I'm from the electric company. There's a short circuit in this neighborhood, and I've come to inspect your meter.
I beg your pardon?
Meter inspector? If you don't clear out of here, I'll call a police inspector.
The blow-off?
She's told him. We're licked.
That's tough. And all on account of a dame. I tell you, they're poison, all of them. There goes the reform movement.
Yeah. Paul's daughter. I'll see you later. You've an important engagement.
Come in, Constance.
Oh, how do you do, Mr.
Glad
Harris?
to see you. I think you'll be comfortable over there.
Oh, thank you.
Isn't your father with you?
I couldn't reach Dad. He was speaking at the parents-teachers meeting. What is it, Mr. Harrison? Don't tell me it's bad news.
On the contrary, it's good news. I received information today that assures your father's election.
Oh, I'm so glad. Father's practically working himself to death. Speeches, conferences, and meetings, day and night. I'm afraid defeat would nearly kill him.
Defeat? Why, I think that your father's election is only a matter of hours.
Really?
I'm positive.
Hey, I'm a reporter. The district attorney's just been shot. I gotta get to my paper.
I'll get the police.
Good. Hey, stop the presses! Stop the presses! Stop the presses! Hey, hold everything! I ain't got a story!
Oh, that's that noise. John, come here. Rewrite that thing. Fill up the mystery angle. Will you please?
Mr. Scott!
Patterson. Hey, Patterson. Yes, sir. Get out that Harrison file. Give me a picture of his life. Pictures and everything. Right.
Mr. I got a story.
Yeah? Kill the whole front page.
Listen, Mr. Scudder, I got a story.
Get me the line of type.
Mr. Scudder.
You're fired.
A murder's been committed.
So I heard.
Yeah, but I saw the murder.
You what?
I was there when it happened.
You know who did it?
Do I know who? I've got her car downstairs. Here's a registration slip.
Hold that story, Murphy. Here's real news.
I told you I was a newspaper man.
Get to your typewriter.
Somebody stole my typewriter. Where's my typewriter? Who's got my...
Hey, that's my
It's a big
typewriter.
fellow. Let me just...
Oh, I can't. I need it.
Here you are, Mr. Brisbane McIntyre. I've got it all set for you.
My name's Hotchkiss.
Yeah?
Yeah, Dustin Hotchkiss.
Good boy. I knew you could do it.
Why, gee, the kid's got a scoop.
Boy, have I got a story I'll tell it. Hardly a little...
Isn't that too bad? Yeah, that's just too bad. Day before election, too.
How long were you in this room before the shot was fired?
Perhaps 10 minutes or more.
Perhaps. You're not sure, eh?
No, I'm not.
While you were talking to Mr. Harrison, could anybody have come through this door without you seeing them?
No, they couldn't.
You're positive.
I'm positive.
Oh, Miss Hall. Just what was the purpose of your visit here tonight?
Well, Mr. Harrison phoned that he had important information for my father. I couldn't reach him, so I came myself.
Couldn't reach who?
I mean my father.
What did Harrison tell you?
He told me that he was expecting a woman with information that would assure my father's election.
Did he mention her name?
No, he didn't. He was shot before he could tell me.
Then what did you do?
I phoned the police.
Yeah.
Inspector, this has gone far enough. My daughter had nothing to do with it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Hall. I appreciate the way you feel. But my job is to find out who killed Martin Harris. Where were you standing when you heard the shot?
Me? Well, I was right outside the window, about 10 feet away.
How long after you heard the shot did you look in this room?
5 seconds.
5 seconds. You're pretty fast, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Could anybody have left this room from the time you heard the shot until you looked through that window?
Impossible.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
How sure are you?
Well, I'd have seen him. I was right outside there.
What did you see?
Well, Mr. Harrison was lying on the floor, and Miss Hall was kneeling beside him.
Miss Hall. Miss Hall, you are under arrest. Dan, see who it is.
Inspector, look what I found.
Where'd you find it?
Well, you wouldn't let the reporters in, and I was hanging around outside, and I stepped on it. And incidentally, there's footprints out there.
Let's have a look.
Well, here goes your scoop, big shot. Right out here, I'll show you.
Why did this have to happen to us, Dad?
Stop worrying, dear.
Oh, I'm not worrying about myself. This will ruin your chances for election.
Dan, have Davis make photographs of those footprints.
Yes, sir.
That settles it. The shot was fired from the outside. A very grave mistake has been made. We needn't detain you any longer, Miss Hall, and I'm sorry to have caused you any inconvenience. Oh, by the way, Hotchkiss, while you were playing Peeping Tom on the outside tonight, did you see anybody?
Yeah. Yeah, I bumped into a guy. He said he was going for the police.
What did he look like?
Well, he had a hat on. He was about... He wore a dark suit.
You're good. All right, boys, let's go.
Miss Hall, I'm awfully sorry. Well, all of us make mistakes sometimes. That's why trains stop at Reno.
Your being sorry isn't going to undo the damage you've done my father.
Well, I'm going to try.
If that story of Hodges could ruin Hall's chance for election, let's not discuss it. Okay. Come on with that story. What are suggestions?
About 2 minutes, boss. Mr. Scudder, this paper's made a terrible mistake.
We're correcting that right now. You are fired.
Thank you, Mr. Scudder. That just saves me the trouble of resigning. I have a big job on hand, and the details of unimportant newspaper work might interfere.
Oh, well, what are you going to do? Wash the Woolworth building?
I'm going to find the murderer of Martin Harrison and bring him in here and dump him right in your lap.
Oh.
I want to see Miss Constance Hall on very important business. Tell her it's Dustin Hotchkiss.
Just a moment, sir. I'll see. Miss Hall is not at home.
Oh.
Good morning.
Good morning, Clem. I won't need you today.
Yes, ma'am. Hey, listen, Miss Hall, stop the car, will you? I want to talk to you. Please stop the car, will you? I want to talk to you. Now, look here, Miss Hall, you simply must listen to me. This is important. You've got to talk to me. I'll stick here till you do. Honestly, if you'll only listen to me, I can save your father's election. I know who the district attorney was expecting last night.
Well, who was the district attorney expecting?
Well, I don't know exactly who it was, but I'm sure it was a girl.
Oh, really?
This girl was seen leaving the district attorney's office late yesterday afternoon, and her description tallies with a girl I saw leaving Thomas's office at 4 o'clock. And was she mad? Well, anyhow, I'm sure this all leads right back to Thomas.
That's funny. Father thinks that Thomas is at the bottom of it, too. But how can we prove it?
If I could only remember her name. Vaughn, Pearl Vaughn, that's it. I'm going right down to Thomas's office and find out.
Well, jump in and I'll take you.
Say, I'm looking for Pearl Vaughn, used to work here.
Why, you must be mistaken. No such person ever worked in this office.
Why, sure. You remember the girl went out of here so mad yesterday? The girl Mr. Thomas fired?
No, I don't remember.
Oh, I remember you. You're the fellow I bumped into outside the Harrison house last night.
I never saw you before in my life.
Oh, but you must remember me when we knocked each other down.
You make one more crack like that and you'll lose your memory. All of it.
It's a cinch. Lewis will win in a walk.
What a break. That news kid just recognized me.
What kid?
You know, the kid I told you about.
That's not so good. Well, what are you worried about?
Who's worrying?
I just saw him. The man I bumped into last night. He belongs to the Thomas gang, and he threatened to kill me.
Oh, no.
Now, look, I got an idea. It's a long chance, but it might work. Maine, 200.
Why, Lewis's majority will be 200,000. Yeah?
Mr. Thomas, police headquarters on the outside phone.
All right. Hello? Thomas speaking.
This is Detective Sergeant Bowers speaking. We're looking for Pearl Vaughn. Know where we can find her?
Why, Sergeant, I don't know. I haven't seen her for a month. I don't think I know you, Bowers. You're new on the homicide squad, aren't you? Well, why don't you drop in sometime and get acquainted? All right, do that. Goodbye. We gotta get Pearl out of town, Terry. Take her down to my yacht and stay away till I send for you.
But all that trouble for a day?
Now do as I tell you.
Anything you say, MH.
Well, stay right in here and watch those elevators.
You are trying to help my father, and I appreciate it.
Oh, that's all right. I said I'd try. I'm just... It worked. I'll bet it'll lead us right to that girl.
You'd better drive.
You know, I better see what's going on in there.
Well, you be careful.
Why all this sudden attention?
Well, MH was kind of wondering how you were getting along down here with your nurse.
Yeah, nurse is right. A couple of gorillas. You know, I hadn't had my nose even out of a window. And I want to thank you, too, for having the phone cut off. What if I don't choose to go on this yachting trip?
Well, now, Pearl, MH is crazy about you. You know that.
Yeah, it looks like it the way he's been treating me.
Yes, I know, but he's been all tied up in business and worried to death and the election and all that, and now he just wants to take a trip with you.
You wouldn't kid me, would you, Terry?
Why, he's mad about you. He sent me himself to get you.
All right, Terry. I'll be with you in a minute.
Good girl, but hurry.
All right, you can lock up.
Okay. The yacht harbor landing at Oceanside.
Yes, sir.
He's taking her to Oceanside. an eye on the boat. I've got to phone my paper.
All right. Hurry.
Trinity, 3000. Hello, city desk, please.
Scudder speaking.
This is Dustin Hotchkiss speaking. Yes, sir. Now listen, I've got the murderer of Martin Harrison cornered.
What? You have? Where are you?
Don't you go to press till you hear from me, understand?
Hello? 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 Well, I'm a son of a gun.
Look, someone's coming ashore.
Come on.
That's him now.
I'll go get the captain. Now, you tie up here and wait for me.
Very well, sir.
Well, is that necessary?
Oh, I beg your pardon.
Oh, that's all right.
Hey, listen, you better go back to the car and wait for me.
Why?
Because I'm going out there as soon as it gets dark.
Oh, but you can't go out there alone. Why don't you call the police?
What? And spoil a good story? I'm a newspaper man. Call the police. I wonder if I can find a boat around here. Oh, there are plenty of boats. I'm all set. I'll bring that girl back or bust a leg trying.
Well, you're not going out there by yourself, because I'm going with you.
Oh, I'm all right. But please worry.
All right, O'Connor. Let the mail editions go through. We'll hold the city editions to the last minute.
Maybe the kid's spoofing you.
I don't believe the kid knows anything.
Well, I think he does. You handle your own departments. I'll take care of mine. Beat it. Hey, Hanson, wake up! Do something.
Sure, but what? I'm always ready.
Hey! The dirty double-crossers. Someday I'm gonna get smart. Well, what do you want?
Hey, are you Miss Vaughn?
Yeah, who are you, Santa Claus?
No, I'm Dustin Hotchkiss.
Who?
Listen, are you the girl a district attorney was expecting the night he was murdered?
Well, what if I am?
Well, listen, I'm a reporter from the news. Did you know Thomas is trying to pin the Harrison murder on you? Yeah. He found out that you had an engagement with Harrison that evening.
Why, Thomas said that? Why, he framed the whole thing. Terry shot him, I know it. Boy, if you're looking for a story, here's where you get one.
Well, where were you the night of the murder?
Oh, those bimbos had me locked up in a bungalow. Listen, I'm going to give you a story that'll split this town wide open.
Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. This story's on the level, isn't it?
On the level? Say, I'll swear to it on a stack of Bibles as high as the city hall.
All right, now look. I'm going to my paper to write it up. And I'll send the police to get you out of here.
Swell.
Boy, oh, boy, what a story.
Sure, it's a story, but you'll never print it. Get him down to the after cabin. Do you hear me?
All right, sir.
On deck.
Don't. I didn't tell him anything. Honest, I didn't, Terry.
No? You didn't tell him anything that'll do you any good. You two are going to look great washed up on the beach.
Terry.
There's the boat out there, Sergeant.
Well, let's go.
Oh, lady, can I take him? Can I take... Oh.
How do you feel?
Huh?
How do you feel?
Just dandy.
I don't like this, Terry.
Oh, I tell you, he's just a fresh newspaper kid. You're in the clear.
Tell Thomas to get another captain.
You get on the way.
I know, gangster.
Now listen to me, will you?
Come here, you quick, you go.
Yeah, I found this one.
Is this the man?
Yes, and I'm sure the others are aboard.
Oh, she's crazy.
No, she's not. They're in the after cabin, Sergeant.
I know they can identify him.
Well, we'll go see. McCarty, get a statement from the captain.
Okay.
Are you hurt?
No, I'm all right.
Get down there. either of you identify this man?
You bet I can. He murdered Martin Harris.
You've got nothing on me.
But I have. And what's more, he's been holding me prisoner since the night of the murder.
Sergeant, the captain would like to see you on the bridge.
Right.
I'll watch him for you.
Okay, I'll be back in a minute.
Sit down. There goes my scoop. Those cops will tell the story to the whole world. If I could only get him ashore. How did you come aboard?
In a water taxi. It's alongside.
Gee, if I could get him in that taxi, we might make it. This story in the morning edition will elect your father.
Oh, if we only could.
And won't Mr. Scudder be surprised? Oh, old boy, old boy, old boy.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm going with you.
All right, get in the boat, you. Quick.
Come on, hurry. Hurry up.
Come on, get underway and no argument.
Hey, come back here! Say, that reporter's stolen the prisoner. You put me ashore, Captain? Quick.
Right, Bill. Right, sir. Get that motor header alongside.
Right.
Get in there. Get in. Just take this and watch him.
Yeah, put something on the ice for me and don't ask me what I mean. No, there's no telling what time I'll be home. The old man's going crazy. Yeah. Oh, goodbye, honey.
What do you mean, crazy? We'll wait 15 minutes longer. If that kid told the truth, he'll be here. And I have a hunch he did.
Okay, Scudder. You know what you're doing. What do you want to bet?
Shut up. Scudder speaking. I'm giving orders around here. You hold the city edition. Yes. Yes.
All cars, pay attention. Calling car 402. Calling car 402. Calling car 402. Pick up. Packet roadster, late model, no top. 2 women, 2 men, 1 escaped murderer. Bring them in. Bring them in.
Looks like our party, Jim. That's them.
I can't come over yet. He's still crazy. Yeah, you love me? Oh, well, you know that. Well, I'll see you later, darling.
I'm sure my daughter's with Hotchkiss. She telephoned earlier this afternoon. Do you think they're safe?
Well, he wouldn't be safe if I could get my hands on him. But don't worry about your daughter. I'm going to press. All right, boy, gotta go. We can't wait forever.
Morningside, 4281.
Give me the press room. All right, let the city editions go.
If she doesn't answer, we'll ring her again.
Give me O'Connor. All right, O'Connor, stand by. I'm going to press.
Well, if she knew it was me, why she'd answer. Because if she's nuts about me, I'm a what?
Do you think we better telephone the police, Mr. Scudder?
Yes, I suppose we should. But don't worry about your daughter. Get me police headquarters, John.
I told you I'd dump him in your lap. Here's the murder of Martin Harrison, and I got proof. Come on, kid. Turn on your loudspeaker. I got a story to write.
You bet your life you got a story to write.
I was worried, Connie.
Oh, but there's nothing to worry about now, Dad. Your election is certain.
Stop the presses. Give me the linotype room. See anyone leaves the building. Now, young lady, what's your story?
The man responsible for the Harrison murder is M.H. Thomas.
What? How long have you known Mr. Thomas?
3 years.
Intimately?
Very.
Gee, what a great story, Dusty.
That's a fair. It's a knockout.
Nice work, boy.
This paper is accusing M.H. Thomas of instigating the murder of Martin Harrison. May I be the first to congratulate our new mayor?
Thank you. Miss Vaughan, I appreciate what you've done.
Oh, forget it. Say, have you got a cigarette?
Yeah.
Where did I slap you?
Right there.
Hey, slap the other side, will you?